Esther Rolle was an American actress. She's best known for her role as Florida Evans on the CBS television sitcom Maude for 2 seasons, from 1972 to 1974, and also its spin-off series Good Times for 5 seasons, from 1974 to 1979, for which she was nominated for a Golden Globe Award for Best Actress, Television Series Musical or Comedy in 1976. Now, in 1979, she won the Emmy Award for Outstanding Supporting Actress in a Limited Series or Special for the television film Summer of My German Soldier. Esther Rolle had an estimated net worth of $3 million at the time of her death. About Esther Rolle's early life. Esther Elizabeth Rolle was born on November 8, 1920 in Pompano Beach, Florida, to Bahamian immigrants Jonathan Rolle, a farmer, who was born in 1883 and died in 1953, and Elizabeth Iris Rolle, who was born in 1887 and died in 1981. Her parents were both born and raised in Nassau, New Providence, the Bahamas, and moved to Florida sometime after their marriage. She was the 10th of 18 children who included siblings and fellow actresses Estelle Evans and Rosanna Carter. Esther Rolle graduated from Blanche Ely High School in Pompano Beach, Florida. She initially studied at Spelman College in Atlanta before moving to New York City. Now, while in New York City, she attended Hunter College before transferring to the New School and then Yale University in New Haven, Connecticut. For many years, she worked in a traditional day job in New York City's garment district. About Esther Rolle's personal life. Esther Rolle's only marriage was to Oscar Robinson. The two were married from 1955 to 1975, and they had no children. Esther Rolle died on November 17, 1998, in Culver City, California, from complications of diabetes at the age of 78. A devout member of the African Methodist Episcopal Church, she requested that her funeral be held at Bethel African Methodist Episcopal Church. She's buried in Westview Community Cemetery in Pompano Beach, Florida. The cemetery is a historically black burial ground created in 1952, a time when the laws and customs of Florida did not permit white people and black people to be buried in the same cemetery. Esther Rolle's family donated over 100 items of hers to the African American Research Library and Cultural Center in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. The collection includes gowns, the black Raggedy Andy doll that she endorsed, a recording of poems recited by Rolle, and awards such as the 1974 NAACP 8th Image Award for Best Actress in a Series and her 1979 Emmy for her role in Summer of My German Soldier. About Esther Rolle's career. Esther Rolle was a member of Asadara Dafour's dance troupe Shogolo Oloba, later renamed the Federal Theater African Dance Troupe. In 1960, she became the troupe's director. Her earliest roles were on the stage. Her New York stage debut was in the 1962 play The Blacks. She was often cast in plays produced by Robert Hooks and the Negro Ensemble Company. She also appeared in productions of The Crucible and Blues for Mr. Charlie. Her first screen appearance is a small, uncredited role in To Kill a Mockingbird in 1962, and she later appeared in Gordon Parks' The Learning Tree in 1969. Her sister, actress Estelle Evans, appeared in both films as well. Esther Rolle appeared early in her career in the film Nothing But a Man in 1964. Her most prominent early role was as Miss Maybelle in the Melvin Van Peebles' 1972 Broadway musical Don't Play Us Cheap, and its subsequent 1973 film adaptation. Esther Rolle is best known for her television role as Florida Evans, the character she played on 2 1970s sitcoms. The character was introduced as Maude Finley's housekeeper on Maude and was spun off in the show's second season into Good Times, a show about Florida's family. Esther Rolle was 19 years older than the actor John Amos, who played her husband James Evans, named Henry on Maude. In 1975, she was nominated for the Best Actress in a Musical or Comedy Golden Globe Award for her role in Good Times. In 1975, Esther Rolle released an album of music titled The Garden of My Mind. In 1977, she portrayed Lady Macbeth in Orson Welles' Haitian-influenced version of William Shakespeare's Macbeth at the Henry Street New Federal Theater in Manhattan. In 1979, she won an Emmy for her role in The Summer of My German Soldier. It was a made-for-television movie. She's also credited for her role in the film The Mighty Quinn in 1989, starring Denzel Washington and Cheryl Lee Ralph and featuring Robert Townsend. Among her guest starring roles was one on The Incredible Hulk in an episode entitled Behind the Wheel, in which she played a taxicab business owner. In the 1990s, Esther Rolle was a surprise guest on RuPaul's VH1 talk show. Her Maude co-star, B. Arthur, was the guest, and Esther was brought out to surprise Arthur. The two had not seen each other in years. Esther Rolle also appeared in a series of psychic hotline TV commercials in the 1990s. "Tell them Esther sent you" was her trademark line. After Good Times ended, she appeared in a number of made-for-television movies and films, including Driving Miss Daisy and My Fellow Americans. A memorable role was that of Aunt Sarah in the film Rosewood in 1997. She had a major role in I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings, based on Maya Angelou's memoir of the same name. Her last film, Train Ride, was released in 2000 despite being filmed in 1998. Keep resting in peace, Esther Rolle. You may have gone, but you will never be forgotten.